Well, what the hell? What's going on, everybody? It's cow shit, cow pie, mumbles with the black screen. I just got off work and I got to work again. I got to work Wednesday and Thursday here. It's like they're short. I'm like, I got to find a way to do my NFL podcast from the car probably tomorrow and do my picks to get them up on iHeart. So here we are on the Cowpote podcast. We're cruising on at work here. It's a beautiful day to be alive. It's raining outside. Don't have the top down. What is it, the 15th today? 14th? I don't know. Let me see here before I get even farther. What the hell is it? Anyways, I can't remember. I can't really see. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, spooky month, right? It's cow shit. So, I listened to the BlindViews, right? He's on the Florida vlog, right? And Mark did a video on him today. And I figured I was going to do a video, but I'm going to do an audio. On the way home, what the hell? And we're going to talk about this behavior here. Whining and crying and envy and jealousy, like Carl said down below. We talked about in the audio on Fearmongering Radio that, so he is down there walking down by the ocean, right? And he's the sugar police, a.k.a. content police of Tater, who Tater lives in his head rent-free, right? So the leader of the brown shirts is down there bitching, walking around, and I guess someone said in his thing that he's on his notes, he's walking back and forth, right? So he's all pissed off about that, and he's all hot and bothered on that, and he's bitching about Tater, that he's spending his money at Disneyland. I mean, it's the last place I'd go to. I mean, Disney World, excuse me. But I guess that's what he wants to do. But the brown shirt, he can't handle that. He can't handle that he's spending his money. So it's just epic behavior, whining and pissing and moaning and crying on the river, claiming he's, can't see and he's whatever else. And and then he has to sit there and say, well, shows he's jealous that Tater can travel around. My brother-in-law, as before, is blind. Every year he gets 2 weeks down there on their, what do you call those things, those rental properties, whatever. It sleeps 8. You can go down if you want, right? I've never heard him bitch. He travels extensively. Soon snow flies. They button up the house up there in South Turtle Lake, and away they go. And that man's blind. Can't see a thing. The brown shirt can walk around, cruise around, claims he can't see, points at an Air Force base but doesn't tell us the name, right? Whining and pissing and moaning that Tater can run around. He's so mad and so upset and so frightened that he can go do things for some reason he can't do. I mean, it's great he's traveling. He still hasn't told us, All of a sudden, how did he get something from somebody to let him travel? I don't know. I'm just wondering. But it was just this jealousy showed Cry Me a River about Tater. Because he was eating food, drinking beer. And I guess his girlfriend's on that special diet, carnivore, whatever the hell it's called. I don't know. It's just... Oh my God, the rent-free behavior that Tater has in his head. Oh my goodness. It's an interesting Florida vlog. Because all he's got to do is start asking for money. I mean, get a Patreon out there. He doesn't do anything for paid content at all. and that stuff. He's just pissed because his butt buddy, Tater, has got the money to burn. So be it, just like I said. Passing through productions. You know? Pissed that the Daily Woo spends $5,000 a night on a hotel for his mom and dad. I don't know what the big deal is. I saw Demonic Abyss did a video on Carpetbagger today. It was pretty hilarious about him whining about car troubles and pissing and moaning. It was pretty good. It was an exceptional video. It was good. I loved it. It was funny as hell. So, oh my God, the good old brown shirt down there whining. What? You talked about me, kind of. Like Baron Exposure, right? You talked about me, but what about me? Walking away from the camera, what he usually does, got the background, but you can just tell he is so jealous of Tater. That he can drive around, I guess, asking for money. People are going to give him Patreon. They do that for Carpetbagger. The Huss has that. I think she's got, hey, I've got my money things that I sell on Facebook and eBay. No one gives me anything, okay? Goods and services for me, okay? I think I don't know if BlindViews has a PayPal or not. I mean, my PayPal, no one knows it because it's none of your business. But it was funny to watch BlindViews piss and moan and get all pissed at the end, ranting and raving that Tater runs around and walking the same way down there and the same way back. That's kind of against the rules of his butt buddy, Line Screw One. That's kind of against the rules. You can't do that because Line Screw One has talked about that, where people will walk down one area and then the other area, right? That's a no-no. So he's kind of breaking the rules of his uncle, because he pissed him on about that with Killer and RV, who he stalks. So I was going to do a video, but let's just do an audio tonight on the way home. It's raining outside. Let's get in the books. I listened to Mark's. It was epic, making fun of him. Had it on the thumbnail. Then about the what's the name was on the thumbnail, the 50s chick. Yeah, we knew about that before, a long time ago. We knew about that, okay? And people might sub her up, but they don't care about her, okay? She's all about, feel sorry for me. I get it. She's Minnesota, nice young lady, beautiful woman, but I don't need to hear that kind of behavior from any YouTuber, I don't need to hear it. But it was pretty epic to hear him bitch and be the sugar police and what Tater does with his money. Again, spending someone else's money. That's exactly what he's doing. And I understand that. Why he thinks he has to do that. But what about me, right? Why can't I travel around? You can travel around. Your lovely wife can drive you. You can go places. You can get on a plane and go to Hawaii. You can be the vlogger of the year, which you're trying to be, which isn't working. Okay? I know you're out of your studio. BlindViews, from people giving you money, Maybe Thick and Rich, Miss Vicky can send you some money. She's done that before. So might as well start asking. Maybe you can go to Disneyland or Disney World. Start asking for money. Start getting donations. It's not that tough. So it's the way I look at it. But it was a classic Florida vlog. Whining and pissing about Tater because he's at Disney and he's spending money. It's not fair to him. Oh my God, what about me? Why can't I travel? Remember, I can't see very well, which is a bunch of BS. Driving around, pointing things out. It's not too... He's blind. I mean, one thing, if he's alleged to cripple, when he goes to Disney, bring your cane. You'll go to the front of the line. You can be like a liberal and use your handicap in your I guarantee it. Like when he got kicked out of the mall, he had his cane with him. And when he parks in a handicap spot, out comes the cane as he walks into Costco. Well, there's Ace Frehley. There he comes again, tattooed out, nose rings left and right. What the hell? So that's the way I look at it. So I just thought it was so hilarious to hear him just rant and rave at the end. Because people are making comments down below, and I'm blocked, so I can't say anything. He's got me blocked. I've been blocked a long time ago. Because I'd come over and say stuff to him. Then he'd respond back, and then he blocked me. So that's what a coward that he is, So, I mean, even the capitulating gay man, bearing exposure, can talk. The hot dog guy can have a conversation. He commented on one of my latest videos. First, you weren't first. Mark was first. What are you talking about? I don't know. But he likes to block all the haters. That's what he does. He does, because he's not used to this pushback from me, from Carl, and Mark. He's used to people just behind the keyboard will say stuff to him, and then he responds back. So I think it was epic, man. What about me? Why can't I have that? Why can't I do that? Why can't I spend money? Why can't be flush with money? I guess that's what he wants to do. That's what he's going to do. He's going to be flush with money, and that's what he's going to do. He wants to be a little bitch boy. There's nothing he can do about it. I just find it hilarious. Hilarious that we're all so worried about what Tater's doing and how much money he's spending. I just find it hard to handle with this behavior that, it really sucks that I can't travel. Yes, you can. Simply get in your car, get on an airplane, ask for money from your YouTube people. That's all you got to do. Feel sorry for me. Hey, if Cartbagger can do it and be subsidized, why can't you be subsidized? You can be a liberal, but you're allegedly a Republican. You like the adjudicated rapist, convicted felon, draft dodger. He's a grifter himself. Why not you be a grifter? What the hell, right? Lusting over all the women on YouTube, that blonde from Minnesota, watching her. That's old news, man. You're behind the 8 ball on that one. He still hasn't apologized for Liz Amazing for plagiarizing her, not giving her any credit. You'll know he'll never do that. Never. He always has. He listens to everybody and then claims it's his idea. That's what he does. That's what he does. He'll never ever say, "Hey, Liz Amazing gave me that idea. I am sorry." It's like, remember accusing us of saying anything about his family. Never proved it because it never happened. He just wants to have everyone feels sorry for the poor cripple, right? Feels sorry for the blind guy, right? It was being mean to the meanie. People don't really care about his when he sells things. No one cares. They want to hear him hate on people. They want to hear the negativity. They don't come for everything feels right. They want to come to hear about Tater, about your opinion, pissing and moaning about people. Your Sarasota Tim that you don't listen to, but you do anyways. And then you haul pass off Miss Vicky, right? Morning, or Mighty Python. It used to be Santa Claus, but now he calls into my podcast. And that's not cool, Ding-a-ling or New York dimwit, whatever. So, but it was a pretty funny video. It made me laugh. I saw it pop up before I started driving, and I laughed. The ending was the best. Walking with the camera, pissing and moaning. Again, walking with the crotch rot. I don't know if he's got to stick up his hiney or what, or what's going on. His balls are rubbed up against his crotch. I don't understand the crotch walking. Why he can't walk like a man, but he walks like he's in his 80s. I mean, he looks like he's in his 80s, But, that was a man of envy and jealousy. as Carl said, he was just all upset and all frightened that he has money in his pocket and he's in Disney. You can go to Disney. Get your fat ass down there. You're in Florida. Go down there. Ride some rides, spend some money, eat all kinds of sugar. You know, you're the sugar police. You're the money police. You're the person that says how you can and cannot make videos. You have to be entertained. You know, I'll inform you. If I entertain you, fine. I enlighten you. It's fun to give my opinion. You may not like my opinion. You know, about making better choices. Are your choices in life? I always say, right? People don't like that when you say choice. They get real mad because then they know they're doing something wrong. When you allocate to something, you don't. I made a mistake. No, I made a poor choice. So people hate that when you say that. They get real mad when I'll be at work and I go, no, you made a poor choice, and they get all angry because you did that on purpose. You didn't mistakenly do that. You know. So they don't like that. And the only way you change your way is by admitting that you're wrong, that you made a poor choice. So it'll never, ever change. So it's the way she blows. So, yeah, I just figured do a quick Cowpote podcast here and upload it tonight before I go to bed and push it out. I did one for Troll Patrol, a.k.a. the sheriff, is leaving YouTube again. He did his last video, so I'll put that up. And then I did one, will be up later, for a hot dog man claiming I'm triggered. Explain to him what triggered means. What people do when they're triggered. You know, they threaten your family, whatever. So I'll explain that while I'm eating my Burger King to the young man. Explain what triggered means. But sometimes people just don't understand. So, yeah, it's raining outside here in the great state of Minnesota. Raining all day. I still wear my shorts. It's not that cold. People wearing winter jackets. Like, really? Not that bad. But, yeah, the old man, crotch rot and all pissed off. What about me and my vlog in Florida, right? What am I going to go now, right? What am I going to do? It's not fair that Tater can travel. I can't. Well, like I said, my brother-in-law travels extensively wintertime. They go to San Antonio for a couple weeks at a time. What do we call those timeshares? They go all the time. He had his own business, had his own band, for crying out, played drums, worked for the prisons, had 2 children, has grandchildren. I don't even bitch. Jamie C. and Zane B. both can find a wheelchair when I met them on Blog Talk. Are like 25, 26 now. I think Zane B's working for the Los Angeles Kings. I think he is. He was, but last time I talked to him. I don't hear him bitch. He goes places all the time. He's a wheelchair. CP. But, it's no fun if life is good for him because he feeds on negativity. That's all he pushes out. But you could tell that rage that he had at the end. He's so jealous of Tater. So jealous. Still butthurt. Just can't handle it that Tater has money and he's traveling around with some Me Only fan. He's trapped in his house, living off the government, and a fledgling YouTube channel, and lots of subs, but not a lot of views. Just like me. So, it's the way it is, Blind Views. Love the vlogging. Keep up the good work. Keep bitching. No one cares about driving around the car. They want to hear you bitch about Tater. And don't tell us you don't watch Sarasota Tim. We know you do. You listen to the audios and the videos. You're fun to rip on. You're low-hanging fruit like I am. But anyways, always say, make good choices out there, and you'll be in good places. Remember, safe sex, thrill pill, trench cherry patch. You're only 2 men having sex. Get it? Can't watch 2 women. That is not a very Christian thing to be doing. Don't drink and drive. Remember the military out, all the branches out there too as well. They're out there for you. every day, not just on Memorial Day or 4th of July, you do your little shout out. Like I said, extra plate out for the holiday season. They're away from their families, all right? But anyways, we're pulling the hood. Thanks for listening to a little quick audio. I appreciate everybody out there coming to the audios and having the time of their life. Way to go, Uncle Marky. That's funny. Loved it. So anyways, guys, from the outskirts, I'll take everybody out later, all right? So it's like a quick one, 21 minutes here, whatever. So, all right, guys. All right, man, yahoo. All right, Blind Views. That's the way you hear it, right? All right, guys. See y'all later. It's Peckerhead Bubby from the southern part of Golden. Right, bye.